The first round of general research help you decide on your idea to develop. The next round of research will help you continue to narrow the focus or the specific direction of your topic and help give you a deeper understanding of that topic. Let's assume, based on your preliminary reading, you decide on the general topic of homeschooling. So now the serious research begins. But where will you find additional information, and how should you evaluate and select from among all those sources? Various research methods are available. Your ultimate goal is to have a variety of the best sources, the most credible ones. Using only one or two sources or using multiple sources from only one or two authors reduces the credibility of the research paper. Who are the experts? What information is current and how were the data collected? Is the information in reputable magazines and journals? Does the writer or researcher have any biases? Often our first inclination is to Google the topic. Googling may help us get started, and some of the sources may be valid, credible ones. However, be careful. Learn to evaluate the source. Any site that ends with .com is a commercial site. Its aim is to sell something. Another source that is viewed with skepticism is Wikipedia. In fact, sometimes research paper writers are told to avoid using Wikipedia at all. The main reason is that information can be changed at any time by anyone. Because the researcher has no way of knowing the credentials or biases of those adding to or deleting from the research, it is not considered a credible source. For example, this site could provide valuable information, but you would recognize that one purpose of it is to sell something. .org is a nonprofit organization that's promoting a cause. In this example, even though we see the words U.S. government, the actual site is .org, so a cause is being promoted and it isn't a government site. .gov is a governmental source that provides public information. This example is an actual government source. And this one identifies that some information is available at Indiana University because the .edu identifies an educational institution. Even though research collected from the .com and .org may be looked at with some skepticism, they may provide some valid sources. Just remember to evaluate each one. A site such as this one can help you analyze your source. It provides a checklist to help you evaluate categories such as authority, accuracy, objectivity, currency, and coverage. If you have access to an educational institution's online resources, you will be able to find more credentialed research. Universities usually pay to provide their students with online library sources. So far, the research discussion has focused on secondary research, sources that someone else has written. You might also consider incorporating some primary research into your paper. Conduct an interview with an expert or someone who is directly involved with your topic. If you chose to compare and contrast homeschooling and public schooling, for example, you might interview someone who was homeschooled for 3 or 4 years and then attended public school. Even though that would be only one person's experience, that one experience could add support. Or survey various groups that would have some knowledge about your topic. That will add firsthand research to your paper. For example, you might send a survey to 50 students who were homeschooled and 50 who attended public school, and ask questions such as, how much time did you spend studying? And in what social activities did you participate? You would then be able to compare and contrast the results. As you locate and read valid and diverse sources, be certain to record the sources. Trying to relocate a source can be time-consuming and frustrating. Whether you're making paper copies of your sources or keeping an electronic file, highlight information that you think will help you make a point, or annotate recurring key points. Also annotate if you find contradictory information in different sources. Later you will need to analyze the contradiction. Maybe one of the authors is well known in the field and the other is not. Perhaps one of the articles is more current than the other one, so contains more up-to-date statistics. You might even use some type of color-coded system. Look at your theses, the point's main idea. You might mark in red the research that applies to the first main support point, blue for the second, and yellow for the third. Or maybe just label the sections A, B, and C, and use the corresponding letter by their related research. Anything you take the time to do while you're researching will make organizing your research easier later on in the writing process. Online or pouring through hardback books and slick magazines, primary or secondary, commercial or government sites, regardless of the research sources, you must research your topic.